Hello, everyone. Welcome to Facts and Two Cents. This is Petal. Hope you are all doing great. I have a little bit of an update. I did an episode of these two wretched individuals a few episodes back, Nana Akua and Julie Birch. Well, I have a little bit of an update, so this is what I got. A couple of days ago, or at least the last episode, I talked about two people, Nana Akua and Julie Burchill. And it's just so funny that I ran into this again. I think it was a squatty that posted some more information about her life. And that is just like, oh my gosh, no wonder this woman is so bitter. And it's amazing because, like I said, you would think these people would use the challenges in their life to become better people, but it has just turned them these bitter, nasty people. And so again, Nana Akua writes for the Daily Mail, and she was writing about healthcare and how a lot of times the healthcare professionals are so arrogant in what they do that if you ask for a second opinion, they have an issue with that. And so she was writing about, that they need to be more humble, that the more eyes on a situation, then the care can be better. And so she was writing a situation about with we remember her son Africa and also Ivory. And in this article, she's writing about the challenges that she faces with her son and trying to get him all the help he needs. And this is what she says: my son's disability, the arrogance of some healthcare workers, and why the NHS is now the no help service. And when we talked about her son's last time, when we talked about Nana, it was more focused on the fact that she's a single mother of two, and her baby daddies, both of them, left her. And so she is single, as she said, not by choice, but she's single and alone, raising two kids. So what I didn't know at the time was this. She says, I know because, and she's talking about, the experience of dealing with healthcare professionals trying to get her son the best help that she can. And she says, I know because I went headlong into just this situation in July with my 6-year-old son. Although, mercifully, this case is not a matter of life and death. Ivory, her son, Ivory has cerebral palsy, the result of being born at just 28 weeks. His condition is relatively mild, but it means he is weaker on the right side. His foot turns in, his gait is sometimes unsteady, and he is prone to falling over. I worry that as he grows up, this could lead to damage to his spine. And again, I mean, this is a tragic situation with her son, being born with cerebral palsy. And the whole thing was not being able to get the help that she needs because of arrogance and seeing something on TV that she thought could help and going to her healthcare people and them not being humble enough to say, you know what, maybe this other thing that I wasn't thinking of could work and help your son. And so that's kind of what she's writing about. But again, it's just seeing just the fact that as a single mother and a mother of two, she's also dealing with not only the financial issues we talked about last time, but she's also dealing with her son who has cerebral palsy. And again, you would think these things would help or at least spur her to be like, you know what, for my son's sake, for my kid's sake, let me try to be a good person. Let me try to be a person that they can look up to. Let me try to be a person that, can bring positivity in the world, if only for her son. Yet instead of that, this woman has turned into the most nasty, bitter, despicable person, horrendous when it comes to race and dealing with the fact and acknowledging the fact. I mean, the reason why we've been talking about her is because of her nastiness towards Meghan and even denying racism and all of this crazy stuff. And it's kind of, I think about this and, I think about Prince Harry with Well Child and how that Well Child is created for kids like this who are going through long-term health challenges, and how they could provide help to the parents and help to the child in a community. This is something that could probably help Nana. This is something where if she wasn't this nasty person looking to destroy Harry and Meghan, you could have probably like, look, Nana, there is a service that could probably help you and your son, and to get you guys in a community where you can not only help your son, but you can also get help. Because again, can't imagine what it is to be a mother long term, having to be not only mother, but a single mother of two, having to work, being in debt and all of that stuff. And then, taking care of a child who this is maybe how he'll be for as long as you have to take care of him. This is a lot on one person. And that's kind of the thing where well child comes in, to be able to be a support for the child and also for the person, for the parent. And it's really, really sad to see. It is just, it's unbelievable to me. Again, you see this sort of thing all the time with reporters in the UK. I just know, like, why are you the way you are? It's unbelievable to me. And not only Nana, but we talked about Julie Burchill the last time. Again, horrendous, this despicable person, racist person towards Meghan and Harry, and also towards baby Lily. And I won't post what she posted there, and completely unrepentant. And someone posted this. They actually posted this and Nana's situation together again. But I had no idea this was even in her life. But back in 2015, Julie Burchill talks of guilt and grief after the death of her son, who wrote letters describing his anguish a year before he basically took his life. And she did this thing, I think it was for Time, which is a Rupert Murdoch outlet. And so I guess the Daily Mail picked it up. When I got it, I thought she did it for the Daily Mail, but it turns out it was for the London Times, and the Daily Mail picked it up, but whatever, we got it. And this is what she wrote back then. Like, I think it was like a week after her son offed himself. She says, "My beloved son Jack offed himself earlier this week. He is at peace now and in pain no longer. And of course, I don't believe that life ends with death. So I am lucky. Look after people you love, as I tried to and failed. Thank you for all your good wishes and offer of support. But I have my Dan, who was a wonderful stepfather to my boy for more than half his life. The love of my friends is a wonderful source of fun in my life, but excuse me if I don't need it right now. Always, Julie." And there's the whole article is about her relationship with her son and his depression and taking care of him for most of his life. And the thing is, because of his depression and his medication and all of that stuff, she had not seen him for a year before he passed. And this is a little bit about what the article says about her and her son. And it was like, even though he wasn't living with her at the time, and he, was on and off his meds, this is what it says. It says, Burchill continued to support him, but did not see him in a year before his death in order to protect her own mental health. She had asked him to leave her home after an argument in 2013. And last she saw him the summer before his death, as mother and son conversed via emails, with him asking for money she believed would end up being spent on drugs. Burchill, who did not attend her son's funeral on Friday, said that Jack had refused to keep taking his medication and declined to take advantage of mental health services, talking options, instead smoking vast quantities of cannabis. After a lifetime of acting as my boy's life coach, ATM, and personal maid. I had had enough, Burchill said. Finally, I peeled his drowning fingers off of me and saved myself. And so when he died, I hadn't seen him for a year, having become so despairing over his self-destructiveness. And this is a little bit she was talking about, him starting to live with her when, from 19 years old until like a year before his passing. And because of his mental health issues and her, his just living with depression, she felt her mental health was also declining. And in order to protect herself, she had to ask him to leave and then just sort of stay away from him. And look, anybody understands that. Anybody could understand that. But she, at the time of this, was living with a lot of grief and also with a lot of guilt. Guilt for having to leave him, having to peel herself away from him to protect her own mental health. And the thing about it, it is so crazy with this whole thing, because if you read a little bit more in the story, is when he was about 5 or 6 years old, she had left the family. She had fell in love, I guess, with this woman and left, and him and his father, and went off with this woman. She ended up coming back, and I think he was probably like 9, something like that, and he moving back in with her. And I think all of that kind of drama in his life totally would have affected him. And it's weird with what's going on with her now, because her husband now is the brother of the woman she had left her husband for. It's just, her whole life is just a messy drama. And I have to think that the mess that was going on with her and her relationships and all of that played a part in her son just being a messed up kid. And I think she has to deal with that at some, and it kind of, not that explains her nastiness, but again, it goes back to these people, all of them have some kind of trauma in their lives, some kind of trauma that they're dealing with. And again, instead of letting that take them into a good place of healing and a place where they can healthily share that to help others, it turned them into these bitter ogres where it seemed like their entire life is bent on destroying other people's lives around them. And it's just really sad listening to this and reading her story. It's just like, it's really sad. But then you look at who it's turned her into or who she has become, and it's just like, oh my gosh. And you find this with, whether it's Camilla Tominey or any of these people, Angela Levin or, Nana or her or whomever, they all have this same pattern of misery in their lives. And instead of allowing that to change them for the better, they allow it to bring out the worst in who they are. And it's just, it's unbelievable that they're all like this. I am yet to see one of them who's decided, you know what? Yes, I have trauma in my life, but I'm going to use that to help others. I'm going to use that to make me a better person so that I could be of service to others. I am yet to see one of them like that. So, but anyways, just to give you a little follow-up on Julie Burchill, thank you to the Sussex Squad members who posted this, because again, I had no idea. I had no plan to go in and know anything more about either Julie or Nana. But it's interesting to see where their nastiness comes from. But anyway, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to our awesome moderators who monitor and keep our channel safe. Thank you so much to Lydia Churchnelli, Karen M, Cookies and Cream, and Black Queen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much to our 2 Cents crew who support the channel on a monthly basis. And to those of you who support in the chat, who support via PayPal or Cash App, thank you, thank you, thank you so very much. I appreciate it. And again, if you are on here and you have not subscribed to our channel, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and click the notification bell so that way you know when we drop a video. Please like and share the video. Thank you so much, and join the channel if you're able. Have a great day, everyone, and I will chat with you next time. Bye.